Hey everyone, I'm Candace. Thanks for coming to my podcast. It's me time. This is about you. I was up all night slash early this morning and it's been an evening and I wanted to share it with you. I grew up in the church, but that was before all the trauma and before I thought that like God was a super punishing asshole and wanted me just to die but stay alive and suffer through it. Before all that happened, I went to Bible camp and stuff when I was like 14. I got this Bible and it's super old now, which I'm aging myself, but like it's really written over and things. And I was quickly reminded that this isn't just a book. This is a really amazing, powerful tool that like I am really grateful that I got in touch with again. So I'm on here to tell you about my experience this morning because I had a little prayer and I opened up to a magic page and it just ended up to be Isaiah 13. And 13 is my unlucky number. It's my number. And I have it tattooed on me and it's unbelievable the message that I read. So I would like to just take a few minutes here and give it a read for you because I think that it's fairly like actually really relevant to what's going on in the world and to the point that I'm on here doing a video about it. So here we go. Don't mind my stuttering and if I pronounce things wrong. And I have been up all night, so please just like cut me a break here. But the message is the point. An oracle concerning Babylon that Isaiah son of Amoz saw. Raise a banner on a bare hilltop, shout to them, beckon to them to enter the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my holy ones. I have summoned my warriors to carry out my wrath, those who rejoice in my triumph. Listen. Like a noise on the mountains, like that of a great multitude. Listen, an uproar among the kingdoms, like nations massing together. The Lord Almighty is mustering an army for war. They come from faraway lands, from the ends of the heavens, the Lord and the weapons of his wrath to destroy the whole country. Wail, for the day of the Lord is near. It will come like destruction from the Almighty. Because of this, all hands will go limp, every man's heart will melt. Terror will seize them, pain and anguish will grip them. They will writhe like a woman in labor. They will look aghast at each other, their faces aflame. See, the day of the Lord is coming, a cruel day with wrath and fierce anger, to make the land desolate and destroy the sinners within it. The stars of heaven and their constellations will not show their light. The rising sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. I will punish the world for its evil, the wicked for their sins. I will put an end to the arrogance of the haughty, and I will humble the pride of the ruthless. I will make men scarcer than pure gold, more rare than the gold of Ophir. Therefore, I will make the heavens tremble, and the earth will shake it from its place at the wrath of the Lord Almighty, in the day of his burning anger. Like a hunted gazelle, like sheep without a shepherd, each will return to his own people. Each will flee to his native land. Whoever is captured will be thrust through. All who are caught will fall by the sword. Their infants will be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses will be looted and their wives ravished. See, I will stir up against the Medes who do not care for silver and have no delight in gold. Their bows will strike down the young men. They will have no mercy on infants, nor will they look on compassion to the children. Babylon, the jewel of kingdoms, the glory of the Babylon's pride, will be overthrown by God, by Sodom and Gomorrah. She will never be inhabited or lived in through all generations. No Arab will pitch his tent there. No shepherd will rest his flocks there. But desert creatures will lie there. Jackals will fill her houses. There the owls will dwell, and there the wild goats will leap out. Hyenas will howl in her strongholds. Jackals in her luxurious palaces, and her time is at hand, and her days will not be prolonged. The Lord will have compassion on Jacob. Once again, he will choose Israel and will settle them in their own land. Aliens will join them and unite with the house of Jacob. Nations will take them and bring them to their own place, and the house of Israel will possess the nations as menservants and maidservants in the Lord's land. They will make captives of their captors and rule over their oppressors. On the day the Lord gives you relief from suffering and turmoil and cruel bondage, you will take up this taunt against the king of Babylon. How the oppressor has come to an end, how his fury has ended. The Lord has broken the rod of the wicked, the scepter of the rules, which in anger struck down peoples with unending blows, and in the fury subdued nations with relentless aggression. All the lands are at rest and peace. They break into signing. Even the pine trees and the cedars of Lebanon exult over you and say, now you have been laid low. No woodsman comes to cut us down. The grave below is all astir to meet you at your coming. It rouses the spirits of the departed to greet you. All those who were leaders in this world, it makes them to rise from their thrones. All those who were kings over the nations, they will all respond. They will all say to you, all those, you have become weak as we are. You have become like us. All your pomp has been brought down to the grave. Along with the noise of your harps, maggots are spread out beneath you, and worms cover you. How you have fallen from heaven, O morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth. You who once laid low the nations, you said it in your heart. I will ascend to heaven. I will rise from my throne above God, the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the mount of assembly, on the utmost heights of the sacred mountain. I will ascend above the tops, the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. But you are brought down to the grave, to the depths of the pit. Those who you see you stare at you. Let me read that again. Those who see you stare at you. Those who see you stare at you. They ponder your fate. It is the man who shook the earth and made the kingdoms tremble. The man who made the world a desert, who overthrew its cities, and who would not let his captives go home. All the kings of the nations lie in state, each in his own tomb. But you are cast out of your tomb like a rejected branch. You are covered with the slain, with those pierced by the sword, those who descend to the stones of the pit. Like a corpse will be trampled underfoot. You will not join them in burial, for you have destroyed your land and killed your people. The offspring of the wicked will never be mentioned again. Prepare a place to slaughter his sons, for the sins of their forefathers. They are not to rise to inherit the land and cover the earth with their cities. I will rise up against them, declares the Lord Almighty. I will cut off from Babylon her name and survivors, her offspring and descendants, declares the Lord. I will turn her into a place for owls and into swampland. I will sweep her with the broom of destruction, declares the Lord Almighty. The Lord Almighty has sworn, surely as I have planned, so it will be, and as I have proposed, so it will stand. I will crush the Assyrian in my land, on my mountains, and I will trample him down. His yoke will be taken from my people, and his burden removed from their shoulders. This plan determined for the whole world. This is the hand stretched out over all nations. For the Lord Almighty has proposed, and who can thwart him? His hand is stretched out, and who can turn it back? Thanks for listening.